Streets of Rage 2 is a beat-em-up style video game that was released in 1992 for the Sega Genesis. It features a legendary soundtrack by composer Yuzo Koshiro. In this video, we'll dive into many parts from the iconic track Go Forward, which I've recreated with the Elektron Digitone II. Now, the melody wasn't too difficult to program, but instead of putting it all on one track and opting for chords, I actually created mono tracks for each individual part. On this very first pattern, there's actually 5 elements here. So if we listen to one at a time, they sound like this. So there is that one, and then we have these two here. And these two both have this like ping pong effect, which is very easy to replicate. Basically, you just parameter lock the amp page to these go all the way to the right and then all the way to the left. And on the second page here, they stay on the left and then they jump again back to the right. And then there's also this really soft sound that's kind of layered on top as well. So if we add these and these together, this gives us kind of like the main chord progression itself. But I still felt like something was missing, so I actually copied this and then added another one on with these sounds here to kind of make it sound a little bit more full, and then that gives us this. There's also these really high notes on just this first part. So that's what that sounds like. So all of them together. And then when we switch to pattern 2, this adds in the bass line, and then we get rid of these other elements here, as far as I can tell. And then the bass line is just so fun in this song. So here is the bass line just on its own. And then there's also this weird, like, kind of effect that bounces back and forth. So now to put everything in context, the second part sounds like this here. And then the next pattern, we go and we add in all of the drum elements. And the drum elements are pretty straightforward. The kick itself is, no surprise. It's just, let's go to the kick there. It's just basically 4 on the floor you got there. And then we have the snare here on track 10. And then if we add the two, the hi-hats here, we have an open and a closed hi-hat. So that's just a closed one by itself. And then if we add the open hi-hat in. And then add the kick and the snare. And then now with the bass line added. And then everything else. So on the next pattern, it introduces this crazy plucking sound, this like rapid plucking sound right here. And that sounds like this. So I'll put it in context with everything else here. Oh, and then also at the end of this, it does add some snare fills too. So here's the snare track, and then on page 4 we'll have that fill. And then pattern 5, this is where the song gets really fun. It completely changes the melody to something new. So we also have to change the bass line as well. The bass adds on 16 more steps, and that second half completely changes, and it sounds like this. And then this is where it gets really fun. So there's two parts to this next melody. There's the actual chords, and then there's another melody that's layered on top of it. So these two right here are the chords. And individually, here's what they sound like. And then we have this one here. And we put them together and we get this. And then we also have this other part to the melody as well. And then that little slide at the end there, very easy to recreate with the Digitone 2. All we need to do is go to that step here. And then if we parameter lock, I just have this parameter locked portamento. You just turn that on, and then you can adjust the speed to you know, whatever sounds right to you. And then with all three of the elements, it sounds like this. And then when we add in the bass with all this, this just sounds very, very, very nice. And then add in the drums and everything, and then we get this. All right, and then the last pattern that I've created is just kind of like a break. So it's really just the same as the first pattern, except it just has the kick on there without any other drum elements. It just acts like a break in between the main parts that are so busy. All right, let's go. If you guys are interested in this, I have created a Patreon and you can go and sign up for that. I'm not going to put this behind any paywall or anything like that, so just sign up. It's free. You can download this project and you can import it into your own Digitone 2 and play around with it, and let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun making this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.